The first card you have your past is the Ten of Swords, yes. So obviously this is a dramatic card. This is a very negative card. Everyone knows that. Nobody likes this card. I'm actually seeing a lot of expectations, and I'm seeing you trying to get a lot of things done by a set time. I think you might have been putting a lot of pressure on yourself, actually, and I think this was happening probably around work, I think. I'm getting a lot of work problems in all the readings this week. Everyone's having work problems. That's what I'm seeing everywhere. But yeah, I think someone did have unrealistic expectations of you, but I think you were probably being a bit harder on yourself than anyone else was, but it was hard on you, really was. I'm seeing you trying to get things done by a certain deadline. You know, you're trying to plow through all of this, and you really just needed time to yourself, uninterrupted time, so that you're able to actually do this, but you weren't getting that uninterrupted time, I don't think. I think there might have been a lot of people bothering you. They might have been saying things like, oh, have you done this yet? Are you going to, how are you going with that? Have you finished yet? And all of that, asking you every 5 seconds. And you're probably thinking, you know, if you leave me alone, I'll be able to do this and that and whatever you ask, but I can't do it if you keep on interrupting me all the time. That's what I'm seeing in that. It was so frustrating. I understand that. I get so frustrated when people say that to me. I really do, but I'm Aries, so I say something to them. But anyway, so this was like, so I'm not seeing it was like this poor man in this card with his great big stabs until you're dead and you can't move anymore. This was like little stabs at you, you know, little people, I said little people, maybe they are, I don't know, but these are people kind of asking you to do things, stabbing at you, asking you questions. Have you done that yet? Have you done that yet? Have you finished yet? What about this? Oh, bing, bing, ring, wrong, calling your phone and asking you things, and you're just like, oh, you're driving me crazy. I'm trying to get this done. Just leave me alone. Stop stabbing at me. It's that kind of thing I'm seeing in this. Now, I don't know if this situation's totally over or not yet. I hope it is. It might not be resolved yet. And I realise that, you know, if this is your boss or someone in charge bothering you, you can't just close the door on them. You can't just ignore them, even though you probably want to. I'd want to. But, and you know, I wish I could give you some advice around this, but I think you're just going to have to try to push on, and you're just going to have to try to minimize as much contact as you can with people. You might have to turn off your phone if you can, shut the door if you can, really indicate to people that you're working, that you're busy, that you can't talk to anyone. Obviously, again, if this is your boss, you can't do that, but you try to minimize it as much as you can and push through this. And I'm seeing that you will get through this. I know how frustrating this is. If this resonates, I can really feel this frustration. I've been through similar things in my past. Yeah, it's just so frustrating. I feel like screaming at people, actually. The next card you have for your past is the Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's more confusion, there's more kind of frustration around this too. Yeah, I think someone might have been missing you, and I think they might still be missing you, actually. They're a very confused person, whoever this is. I think this is someone who's always been a little bit vague, sort of flighty. I'm just looking at the wings on this knight's helmet, and I know this is supposed to represent Hermès, but I'm seeing a bird or a butterfly fluttering around, and you know, you can't catch it. You can't catch this person. They're kind of really vague. It's like they were kind of saying things to you. They're flying all over the place and you can't catch them. It's like you ask them a question, oh, and they're vague, maybe I'm there today, maybe I'm there tomorrow, I don't know, and it's just like, oh, so frustrating. So I think this is someone who just never knew where you were with, and you just didn't know where you were with them. And there's a lot of waiting in this card as well. I think you might have waited and waited for them to just indicate what they wanted, how they felt one way or another, but you just never got a proper answer from them. I think, you know, there were just a lot of ambiguous messages, a lot of mixed messages coming from this person. And in the end, I think you just might have let things go. You just said, right, that's it. I'm letting this whole thing go. I'm just so tired of this whole thing. But I don't think they let you go, at least not in their heart or in their head. I still think, I still think they're probably too kind of all over the place to really step up to what you'd really want in a relationship. And whatever it is they need to sort out, it doesn't have anything to do with you. Just know that. I'm sure. I don't think they'd be able to be in a proper relationship with anyone, a mature relationship with anyone really, until they help themselves, until they get through this. I hope that makes sense with you. But they're really all over the place, and they're going to have to sort this out by themselves. They have a lot of problems. I think they actually want a relationship on one hand, but on the other hand, they kind of run away from relationships, if that makes sense. It's crazy. It's so confusing. And I can see why you just kind of left it there. You're kind of like, well, I don't know where I am. This is crazy. It's all confusing. I really can't stand this anymore. So I can see why this all happened. So the last card you have for your past is the Moon. So yeah, again, I'm just looking at the Moon on this card, and this is about the same person again in the Knight of Cups. If you look at the Moon, it's partly a sun, it's partly a crescent moon, it's partly a sad, sort of worried face. So this is someone who's really, really mixed up. They don't know who they are, they don't know what they are. It's like when they don't have anyone, they miss being in a relationship, and then when they do have someone, they kind of miss being alone, or they just can't work out what they want to do. It's up to them to sort this out. And don't think that you weren't good enough for them to want to be with. It isn't that. It isn't that it was you. I keep on seeing that. And I know that might sound cringy or silly or whatever, because that's what people say a lot of the time when they want to break up with someone. It isn't you, it's me, but that's not what I'm seeing here. It really is them. It really is not you. And I'm not saying they're all at fault or they're terrible or anything like that. But they could have communicated properly with you, but they didn't do that. But even then, I don't think that they properly understood how they were feeling even themselves. So I don't know if they even knew what to communicate to you anyway. But again, they have a lot to sort out before they can be close to anyone, not just you, anyone. I hope they can sort this out. I hope they'll be able to sort this out, examine themselves, examine their lives, sort all this out, maybe even get counselling if they need to. That's what these two watchtowers are about. Looking over things, learning from things, examining your life, trying to improve. This is what this is about. This is what they need to do. I really hope they do that. So the first card you have, Claude. The first card you have for your present is the 8 of Cups. So yes, you did walk away from this, I think, and I think you still felt for them. And if this all resonates, you probably had a feeling that something else was going on with them, that it was outside of the two of you, and you were right, it was going on within them. It was just something around them. The other thing I'm seeing on this card is that, okay, this is a bit confusing. I hope this is going to make sense. I think you might be about to find something out. Maybe it's not about this person, this is a completely different situation. I think maybe you were looking over a situation for a long time, and maybe you were even over-examining things, really looking over and over and over something. And I think, sometimes when you look at something for too long, you overlook it, and then you can't see anything. It becomes worse. So you were looking at something, trying to find the answer to something, and you just couldn't find the answer. And I think the answer was hidden from you, actually. I think this might actually have something to do with something legal. It might be around an inheritance even. I don't know, but it's something about a family, and it's something about money, and it's something about something being hidden, and it's something about family being apart, or drifting apart, or torn apart. It's something like that. Now, I don't want to worry anyone, but whoever this resonates with, I really hope you kind of hear this message, because this is something that you have been trying to worry. You've been puzzling about this, trying to sort this out in your head. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you getting tired of looking at this, getting fed up of looking at this, thinking about this, and then just getting up and walking away from this whole thing, like the man on this card. And I think that this is what's going to help you solve this walking away, because I think you're going to walk away, you're getting some headspace, and then I think things are suddenly going to click into place for you after you've walked away. I'm just seeing you saying something like, oh, now I think I know what this is all about, I get this now. But it's going to take you walking away from it for you to understand. And then when you do that, a lot of things are going to start falling into place for you after this, if this is resonating with you. So just wait this out. You'll find out what's happening, walk away, don't keep on looking at this over and over again, and this will all kind of fall into place for you eventually. I hope that makes sense with you. I know this is a very stressful situation. It's around a family. I keep on seeing that. The next card you have for your present is the Two of Swords. Yes. Yeah, so this is the situation again. I think someone around the situation in the Eight of Cups is or was, they might still be doing this. I think they're definitely hiding something from you, and I think they're hiding something from someone else as well, again in a family. And not only that, but I'm seeing someone trying to keep you and another person apart from one another for some reason. It might be that they're trying to stop you from talking to each other. It might even be that they're trying to play you off each other or something like that. Maybe they're running to one person saying, oh, this person's like this, and then they're running to you and saying, oh, this other person's like this, to make you not like each other so that you're separated. I know that sounds really kind of crazy, but this is what I'm seeing in this card. You know, the woman in this card is keeping these two swords far apart from each other, creating some kind of division. And yeah, there's obviously a clash here, but this isn't about avoiding a clash. It's more like someone's trying to stop two people from talking and exchanging information. It's something like that. Now, if this is resonating with you, you're going to find all of this out. It's all going to make sense to you eventually. You might even end up communicating with this person who's being kept away from you. I know this probably sounds really confusing and a bit crazy, but this is what I'm seeing, and I'm trying to articulate this as best as I can for the person who needs to hear this, because I know somebody needs to hear this. Someone's definitely trying to stop you and someone else from talking, but yes, again, you're going to get to the bottom of this soon. You'll find all of this out soon if this is resonating with you, if this is kind of making any sense at all to you. The last card you have for your present is the World. So yeah, this card can be about all sorts of things. It can be about beginnings and endings, and that's what I'm seeing here, beginnings and endings. So again, you're going to find this out. It's all going to make sense to you. You're going to get some type of conclusion and resolution with all of this. And when this is all 100% over with, obviously if this is a legal issue around family, it's probably going to take some time to finally be over with. These things take a long time, but when it is over with, you're going to be satisfied with the outcome. You're going to be so relieved. The outcome isn't going to be perfect, but it is going to be generally positive in your favor. I am feeling a huge sense of relief around this when it's all done. And you know, this will be the end of this cycle, this really nasty, stressful cycle around this. You're going to be able to completely move forward and move on to new things after this, because I think this has really been holding you up, holding up your head, holding up your thoughts for a long time. So the first card you have for your future is Temperance. I love this card. This is a fantastic card. I often see alchemy in this card, that's why I love this card, but I'm seeing healing in this card, and I think that, you know, you have moved on from this person in the Knight of Cups. You definitely still care about this person, but it's not in a romantic way. I think you might just worry about them a bit, because they are a very mixed up person. They're a very difficult person, and they have a lot of problems. But I think you know, there also might be someone else in your life, actually. I am seeing another love connection in your life. I think this is someone who you feel very passionate about, if this is resonating with you. There's a lot of passion between you and this person, because I'm looking at these beautiful red wings on this angel that are kind of up in the sky. They're beautiful, red, passionate, flying in the sky. I'm also seeing I'm also seeing a lot of independence around this though, so it's kind of a little bit of a contradiction, not really, but it kind of is. I think that even though you're happy with this person, I'm not seeing any problems between you or around this person, but I think you might deliberately be wanting to keep some of your independence. Now, that doesn't mean there's a problem. That's absolutely fine. I'm just getting this feeling that you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're totally relying on anyone again. I think you might have done this with this person in your past, and you don't want that to happen again. Because this angel has one foot in the water and one foot on the earth. And, you do have a lot of emotion for this person. I think you might even love this person. But you're also making sure that you stay down to earth this time. You're not going to get carried away in your emotions to the point where there's no going back. You're keeping one foot on the ground. That's what I'm seeing. I think you're probably going to open up to them a bit more eventually, but not at this time. Temperance can also be about obviously tempering your emotions a bit, and this is what I'm seeing you doing in this card. But I am seeing positivity around this. This is a positive card. This is about blending. This is about growing together, and I think you are eventually going to do that. It's just going to take you some time, I think. The next card you have for your future is the Nine of Cups. So again, this is about this relationship again. This can be the wish card, wishes coming true. It can be about a lot of things, both positive and negative. But I'm seeing contentment in this card. You are going to be growing in your contentment, and it is going to be with this person. And again, at this time, you're still not 100% sure, but you're moving toward them, and you're getting there, I think. But I think if everything keeps on going in the same direction, that it's going in, it is going to be positive. But at the moment, you can't quite see the 10 of Cups yet. You're in the 9 of Cups, but that's fine. I think you'll probably grow into that. And, as I was seeing in the Knight of Cups, you had someone hide things from you, I think, in your past. You had someone hide their emotions from you. Like this man looks as if he's hiding something behind this curtain. So you're still going to have what happened to you in the past in the back of your mind for a while. And that might be what's kind of making you leave one foot out of this. But I think you will get through this, and I think you will grow out of this feeling and grow toward them more. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have for your future is the Nine of Wands. So again, this is about this relationship again. So I hope this is resonating with you, because this is really, really nice. So again, you're slowly coming out of what's happened to you in the past, slowly but surely. I think this person who you're with is someone who you'll really be able to lean on this person. Look at this wand that this man's leaning on. You'll be able to lean on them. This person wants you to lean on them, but they are sensing this independence around you. So I think they're probably taking your lead in this. They're probably not letting you see how much they want to help you, and it's almost as if they want to rescue, but they're not kind of letting you see this. But again, this is a good thing, because this means that they're listening to you. They're sensitive toward what you want, and they're sensitive toward how you're feeling. So if this is all resonating with you, this new relationship, this is fantastic. There's a lot of positivity here.